What are we? What is consciousness? Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the day-to-day grind, the constant noise, the never-ending to-do lists, and pressure to always be switched on? Imagine a state of mind where all that drifts away, a place where you can find clarity, focus, joy, and true peace. Welcome to the Zero State of Mind, where you connect with your true self and everything else fades into the background. Together, we will awaken and remember who we are, spiritual beings here to have a human experience. But before we begin, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss out on any future content that can elevate your journey to inner peace. Let's get into it. Understanding the zero state of mind. In our search for the truth about what and who we are, perhaps it helps to establish what you are not. We are not a job. We are not a social security number. We are not a worker, a taxpayer, not a bank account, not a sum of money, not a birth certificate, nor a driver's license. We are not a name, not a country, not a state, not a religion, not a color, not a race, not a class, nor a gender. We are not our thoughts. The zero state of mind is a concept that has intrigued philosophers, spiritual seekers, and deep thinkers for centuries. But what exactly is it? At its core, the zero state of mind is about returning to a state of pure consciousness, a place where thoughts, emotions, and the ego dissolve, leaving only the present moment. By quieting the mind and letting go of our constant need to analyze and control, we can access a space of pure being, a state where we are fully present and in harmony with the universe. You can't sit down and say, I'm going to understand what I am now. That's like trying to chase your shadow. You can't see your own eyes without a mirror, nor can you bite your own teeth or touch the tip of your finger with itself. This sense of self is mysterious, always just out of reach. Most of us in Western society see ourselves as a skin-encapsulated ego, a center of awareness animating a body. We don't typically say, I am a body, but rather, I have a body. This perspective places I somewhere inside our heads, behind our eyes, and between our ears, controlling our actions like a little operator in a control room, or a little puppeteer and its puppet, the influence of the ego. To truly understand and achieve the zero state, we must first examine the role of the knowing mind. The I know, the ego, our personal me-ness, is the part of us that creates separation from the world. It's the voice in our head that is in a constant state of knowing, analyzing, judging, comparing, and worrying. It's what makes us feel disconnected, isolated, and often anxious, or just keeps us from our most authentic selves. The ego obsesses on the past and future, regretting what has been and fearing what is yet to come. It distracts us from the present moment, pulling us into a cycle of endless thinking and over-analyzing. But neither the past nor the future exist. They are abstract constructs. The past is gone, and the future is not yet to be. The only reality is the present moment, and the ego prevents us from fully experiencing it. At this point, you may be wondering, how do I truly shift my perspective to maintain the zero state of mind in my daily life? The answer lies in a simple yet profound realization. As we said before, you are not your thoughts. This simple statement might seem obvious, but it holds the key to unlocking the zero state of mind. Most of us go through life identifying with our thoughts. We believe that our thoughts define us, control us, and dictate our reality. But Alan Watts, throughout his career, taught that this is an illusion. Thoughts are simply mental events that pass through the mind, like clouds moving across the sky. They come and go, but they are not who we are. Everything is made up of energy, frequency, and vibration. Thus are thoughts and the mind that creates them. When you begin to observe your thoughts as an outsider, without attaching to them or letting them dictate your emotions, you gain a new level of freedom. This is the essence of the zero state, being fully aware of the present moment without getting lost in the stories our minds create. By practicing this perspective shift, you can start to experience moments of profound peace and clarity throughout your day. It's not about silencing the mind completely, but about settling into the space between you and your thoughts, embracing uncertainty and the unknown. One of the greatest obstacles to achieving the zero state is our fear of the unknown. As human beings, we crave certainty and security. We want to know what's going to happen next, and we often go to great lengths to avoid uncertainty. But this desire for control is exactly what keeps us trapped in the cycle of anxiety and stress. The unknown is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. It is in the unknown that all possibilities exist. When we let go of our need for certainty, we open ourselves up to the infinite potential of life. Imagine standing on the edge of a cliff, looking out into the vast open sky. You can't see what's beyond the horizon, and that can be terrifying, but it's also exhilarating. By embracing the unknown, we can free ourselves from the limitations of our mind and step into a state of pure possibility. The wisdom of non-attachment. Another key concept that aligns with the zero state of mind is non-attachment. Non-attachment doesn't mean indifference or a lack of care. It means not clinging to things, people, or outcomes. It's about appreciating life's experiences without trying to capture them or resist their natural flow. When we practice non-attachment, we allow life to unfold as it will, without getting caught up in our expectations or desires. This doesn't mean we stop striving or working towards our goals, but rather that we do so with open arms and minds, allowing whatever comes to be. This practice is particularly powerful when applied to our thoughts and emotions. Instead of trying to control or suppress them, we can simply observe them, let them arise and pass through, like waves on the ocean. This is the essence of the zero state, living in harmony with life's natural rhythms, without resistance. The art of effortless living. Alan Watts often spoke about the art of effortless living, what he called the law of reversed effort. The more we try to force something, the more elusive it becomes. But when we let go and allow things to happen naturally, everything seems to fall into place. This concept is central to the zero state of mind. The more we grind at trying to achieve inner peace, the further away it feels. But when we stop toiling and simply allow ourselves to be, we find that peace is already there, waiting for us. It's not about doing more, but about doing less, about letting go of the need to control and allowing life to unfold in its own time. Imagine a river flowing effortlessly down a mountain. It doesn't struggle or resist, it simply flows, finding its way naturally around obstacles. This is how we can live our lives, by going with the flow, trusting that life will carry us where we need to go. Conclusion. So what and who are we? We are not isolated egos in a bag of skin, but integral parts of the universe, deeply connected to everything around us. Understanding this can change how we see ourselves and the world. This is just the beginning of the path to inner peace, clarity, and becoming a conscious being having a human experience. By quieting the mind, transcending the ego, embracing uncertainty, and practicing non-attachment, we can tap into a state of being that is profoundly fulfilling. Take these insights and apply them to your own life. Start with mindful breathing, observe your thoughts without attachment, and practice letting go. Remember, the zero state is not something you achieve, it's something you realize within yourself. If this video resonated with you, please show your support by hitting the like button, subscribing to our channel, and leaving a comment below. Remember, inner peace is within your reach. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.